What's up, everybody? I'm Danny DeVries, and today I'm joined with Jim again from Superchips. Jim, you guys have come out with this beautiful device here, the Dashpaq Plus. Tell me, what's new and different about this that the consumers can be looking forward to on their applications?
Sure, yeah, there's lots. As far as what's new for us, this is Superchips' real entrance into the on-dash capacitive touchscreen monitor/tuner combo. So we've really never had anything like this for your gas truck or SUV or even your muscle car besides the Jeep space. And so this is an entrance for Superchips into the gas truck. If you have a Mustang, Camaro, Corvette, F-Series gas truck, we've got coverage now on this. So in addition to looking and being different than what you're typically seeing with a handheld, this is going to come loaded with new coverage, up to 19 GM gas truck. It's a capacitive 5-inch color touchscreen. We're calling this the Dashpaq Plus. It's kind of the big brother of the Dashpaq, and we're really excited about some of the features that it has and some of the new things that are going to be offered to our customers.
Jim, this thing is absolutely amazing. Can we take it out and check out some of the performance tests on a vehicle?
Yeah, absolutely. Let's go do it.
Awesome. All right, so Jim, here we are in this F-150. We've got the Dashpaq Plus installed. Show me some of the features that people can expect with this thing.
Yeah, so let's start the truck. One of the things to pay attention to when we start the truck is look how fast it boots up straight to gauges. If you've used any of our products before or any other on-dash displays, sometimes there's a load and a boot, and you're going to go straight to gauges here. So something nice for the customer to get straight to what they're trying to do. This is one of the screens here, a default layout that we have on the Dashpaq Plus. You'll be able to configure these PIDs however you'd like. Before we start talking about that, obviously the first thing people typically want to do is set a tune in the truck. They want to install a tune. So to do that, we actually have some, I call it tap and go, some quick navigation, pull up and pull down menus. And so we'll go ahead and pull up here, and you'll see we have kind of some home screen icons now. You have tuning, gauges, data logging, performance tests, scan diagnostics, and settings. We're going to go ahead and select tuning. This is a gas truck, so it'll present us with the options that we have. It's going to read the vehicle and then ask us, do we want to load a tune, a preloaded tune, or a custom tune? In this case here, we haven't done anything over the top, so we're going to go ahead and just load one of the preloaded tunes, and we're going to tune the vehicle. Here's our options. We have our 93 octane, our tow, our 91, and 87. We're running an 87 on this F-150, so let's go ahead and select 87 octane. And it's going to continue to begin reading our vehicle's factory data, so we'll go ahead and press continue here. So the first thing that Superchips always does anytime we tune, no matter what product you have, is we read your stock file and we save your stock file. So you can return to that at any time. That's important if you sell the truck, if you do anything aftermarket wise on the truck itself. You may see lights going on and off. You might even hear the horn chirp during this process. That's the Dashpaq Plus communicating with the truck itself.
Cool. So when you guys have these products, it's saving everything. So someone wants to return it back to stock, say they're going to a shop, someone's going to be working on it, someone's going to be plugging into that OBD2 port, they can just return it back to stock just like that.
Yeah, and the reason we tell customers to do that is not because the dealer's going to void your warranty. In fact, the Dashpaq Plus comes with a 2-year powertrain warranty, so we kind of put our money where our mouth is there. The reason we ask people to return things to stock is because you could go in for an oil change or new windshield wipers, and if Ford or any of the OEMs have a technical service bulletin, or if there's something new that they want to flash onto the truck, if you go into that dealership tuned, they'll actually write over the device. And so the next time you plug up your Dashpaq Plus, it likely won't recognize the vehicle. You go to connect it and it can't recognize it. So that's one of the kind of misconceptions I think sometimes when people say, oh, you got to return it to stock so nobody knows what you've done. Well, not necessarily. It's because we want you to be able to use your product after you take it to the dealership.
Right.
So right now we're about halfway done here. Depending on the vehicle, this can take anywhere from 10 to 20 minutes. Sometimes after you tune it the first time, it'll be much quicker. But the first time you tune, typically, it'll take a couple minutes, 10 to 12 minutes on average.
Cool.
Okay, so now we've saved our stock file, and it's going to ask you how you want to proceed here. It's going to let you know that you can install the tune as is. So if you've got stock tires and gears on the truck, in this case we do, we're going to want to go ahead and move forward. If by some chance you put 33s on the truck or you re-geared it, you could go ahead and customize the tune and actually set those parameters. I'll show you how to walk through that menu. Say down the road, 6, 12 months, you buy tires, you buy gears. We'll show you how to do that. It's actually pretty cool on the dash itself. So we'll go ahead and install the tune. It's going to give you kind of your settings that you have selected, and that is the 87 octane tune is the tune that's been selected. The adjustable parameter mods like that tire and gear, we have not touched that yet, but we're going to go ahead and accept and install. So this is kind of a fail-safe here. Before you install the tune, it's going to say, hey, this is what you're doing, right? You're going to say yes, accept and install, and it's going to go through a similar process that we just went through when it read the PCM. Now it's actually writing the tune to the computer.
Cool.
So we've installed the tune here. It's written the file to the PCM. You're going to be prompted to do a couple key cycles here. So it's asking us to turn the ignition off. So we're going to go ahead and do that. Press the screen to continue. Now it's going to ask us to turn it to on or push in the run mode. So depending on whether or not you have a key or a push start, it's important to know that on and run is just before you actually start the vehicle. Okay. So we'll go ahead and put this into the ignition on. We'll press the screen to continue. Just going to finalize writing the tune here. And we've successfully programmed the vehicle. So we're going to go ahead and press continue to go back to the main menu. The first couple times you use the Dashpaq Plus, you're going to have some tutorial screens here. So there's a lot of new features for Superchips, since this is really the first time we've had an on-dash display with monitor for the gas truck market. So you can use these the first few times. It'll tell you how to navigate between your pull-up and your pull-down menus, and it'll also give you a little bit of explanation behind what each of these options is. We're going to go ahead and continue here. And then we're back to one of our screens. We talked about earlier that this is a 5-inch capacitive touch. So it is actually, almost like your smartphone as far as how you can navigate between screens here. We've got 3 defaults. You can go in here and set these up however you want. This might be someone that is going to log and export data. They want to monitor and log a variety of different PIDs. The one that I personally like the best is this right here. Just because for when I'm doing some daily driving, I can set this up, however I really want. So after you've installed a tune, you can set this up however you want. Just to give you an example, this one here is actually showing me my calculated speed. So if we had changed tires, let's say to 33s, we programmed 33s in there, and you're going to have calculated speed, not only on your dash, but on the display as well. And so you'd be surprised how many people actually like to have speed on the dash because of, it's just front and center if they want to look at it. So, but to change a PID, you double tap there. And now it's going to give us some PID groupings. When we say PID, we really mean data, information that you can monitor. So let's say that we want to look at the engine PIDs. And let's say, okay, RPM, calculated load. You may see some abbreviations through here that you don't recognize. If you don't know what that is, you can go ahead and hit the information button, and it's going to say that's control module voltage.
Okay.
Some people will monitor their battery voltage on here. If you're towing, there might be specific things you want to look at. Your transmission temperature. If you've got, in this case, an EcoBoost, you can monitor boost as well. So we'll go ahead and hit continue. Let's just, for the ease of use, let's go ahead and select RPM. It'll let us go ahead and select that, and then we can also set in here some alerts and warnings. So, we don't expect people to be looking at this at all times, but if something pops up that you want to monitor, let's say transmission temperature, you can set a warning and an alert value. So if you're driving up a hill with a camper, this thing will actually start beeping at you if you reach a threshold that you're not comfortable with on the truck. So it helps keep things in check. It also gives you some of that customization. We can turn these alerts on, the sound on, and the warnings on and off. And then you can see here by sliding, we can change that value for both the warning and the alert. Once we've done that to where we're happy with it, we can go ahead and save that. And it'll take you back to that home screen, and the new PED and the warning and the alert thresholds will reflect in there. So pretty cool. Again, you can do this across all the screens with Dashpaq Plus, so you could lay this out however you want. So it really gives you kind of the user customization here. So now you can see our RPM is there. When we get out on the road, you'll see that you will have that red and yellow bar to kind of give you a visual there on what's going on.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Totally customizable. Wi-Fi updated. Can we take it out on the road?
Yeah, let's do it. Let's start it up and get out there.
Cool.
So one of the cool things, on top of being able to load a performance tune using the Dashpaq Plus is the monitoring capabilities here. We've set this up with a couple parameters that, are most relevant to us: our speed, our torque source, inlet air intake temperature, engine coolant temperature. But one of the cool things, if you're going to hit the track, or if you want to check some things out, is the data logging capability. So if you want to go out and try a tune and log some particular data, you can do that and then go export it using data viewer software. And that software can be located on our website under the updates tab and through the various Dashpaq landing pages. Another cool thing that you can do here from the pull up menu down here is our performance tests. So you can monitor or measure your 0 to 60, your quarter mile, your eighths times. So let's say here that we want to do a 0 to 60 test, okay? So from a stop, you would hit that and then go. If you want to do the drag tree, you can go ahead and hit start. You know, after you've conducted a performance test, you'll see here you have your track ticket. So it'll show you, in this case, your 0 to 60. You can save that, kind of like you save your screen layouts. So if you continue, there's a screenshot of it right there. So the device is actually saving your screenshot, and then you can go ahead and rename that. So let's just call this Run 1. We'll save that. And the cool part with Dashpaq Plus is that if you go and hook this up to your PC, you'll see the Dashpaq folder itself, and there's a logs folder in there where you'll see Run 1. So if you wanted to put that on your Instagram or your Facebook page, you can do that.
That's awesome.
Which is pretty cool.
That's way awesome.
You know, another feature that typically comes standard with Superchips products that's just a little bit more intuitive here is our scan and diagnostics. So if you ever got a check engine light or a trouble code, you can read, clear that. You can also diagnose it. On this vehicle, we don't have any trouble codes, but you know, there's always random things like a gas cap is loose, or you know, something that doesn't necessarily require a trip to the service center, that you can use the Dashpaq to identify what it is. You can also kind of fact check your mechanic. If somebody's giving you the runaround, you could at least go in with the knowledge, knowing what the particular codes are. So again, something else to look at as far as the different features and value that Dashpaq Plus can add on top of, you know, performance programming and monitoring.
That's awesome. So Jim, there's a lot of customizable options on this device here, and I know a lot of people like to do that type of customization. Let's go over some of the details. Can you show me how to navigate some of this stuff so people at home know what to expect when you're going through this device?
Yeah, so when you go to install a performance tune, it's going to give you the option to install the tune as is or customize. And when we say customize in this regard, we're talking about things like tires or gears that you may have installed on the truck as well. So let's go ahead and see what that looks like if we do want to customize. It's going to give us some tutorials here about setting the left or right slider to increase or decrease the value, the plus or minus when it comes to entering the sidewall. And we'll also have the option, as you'll see here in a minute, to manually input things like our tire sidewall. So in this regard, let's see, let's get tires. Here you'll see we have by height or tire sidewall. So let's go ahead and do sidewalls. These are stock tires, but it'll give you the idea on how to do it. So 275, 65, 20. We'll go ahead and save that. So you can tell we got the green check. We've installed our tires. Now let's go ahead and do gears. Again, we can configure this however we want. Let's go ahead and put in 4/38 here just to show you. We'll save. If I want to adjust or raise the speed limiter, or I could even turn it off. In this case, let's just say I want to raise it a touch, 4,500. I'm going to save that. And in this case, let's say that I have set the adjustable parameters that I want and I'm ready to install these with my tune. I'm going to go ahead and press install.
Well, there you have it. We've gone over a lot of the cool features of the brand new Dashpaq Plus. To find out more about this, you can go to superchips.com or subscribe to their YouTube channel. They have a lot of features, a lot of videos going really in depth in all their products. Now, to find out which Dashpaq Plus is right for you and your vehicle, go to superchips.com.